Hello! Yes, give him applause. That was amazing. Thank you. He gets it. Hi, how are you? Please take a seat. I'm going to give that to you. Tell us your names, what you did on the project.
I'm the Damien Smith, director and writer of Yellow Jersey.
I'm JP. I was the DP for the film.
Beautiful. That was such great work. What was the collaboration process when you guys started talking about making a no dialogue film?
For me, it was something I wanted to tell a story that was told to a 10-year-old boy that could give you an experience of your own experience and not so much tell you anything what to feel, but through the tangible elements of like helmet, shoes, jerseys, things that he can hold on to as a kid that he can really, sometimes kids can't express themselves. So they have to find outlets to tap into to find what they're feeling.
He's like, yeah, that was great.
I agree with what he said. I mean, really for us, we really had to focus on we tried our best to storyboard every frame because there's a dialogue, it had to be very visual. So we were really conscious of our shot choices and everything like that. So we kept that in mind as we wrote the whole story.
Where did the story come from?
For me, biking was a huge part of my life. My father was a cyclist. We watched Tour de France with Greg LeMond throughout my whole life, VHS tapes recordings. So when he passed away, I wanted to tell a story that somewhat encompassed like my life with my father. And so yeah, for me, that's why I felt I want to tell the story, to understand my feelings better.
I was gonna say, you were talking about being a kid and not being able to express yourself, but I'm an adult and I still struggle with that. And so having this kid that just found this inside strength to just find a connection with someone that's not there, I thought was absolutely stunning. How did you communicate that with your child actor?
It was interesting because when I was editing it, I was really, throughout the whole process of directing him, I was talking the whole time through it. So I was like, wow, I didn't really have any sort of like production sounds at all but my voice. So, but yeah, pretty much he was really sharp. He's my wife's sister's son, and thanks to Heather Smith for all your help too, and also Hannah Park, JP's wife, for letting us go for like a couple weeks and be time to shoot this thing. But anyways, yeah, it was pretty much a lot of conversation and tapping into what I think he should feel, and also the kid tapping into what things he might feel. So that's how I approached this.
For the shot choices, as you were going into this, I've got one person that we're gonna live with for the entirety, which is that in and of itself is a hard thing. And then bringing him into this space, what were some of the things that you guys discussed to be able to, as you were going through that storyboarding process? It's okay, people aren't watching you.
So the space, I would say I was very strategic in my shooting, and we were, yeah, it was very much, I knew what I wanted. It was very few takes, and I felt like I wanted to bring him in his best energy early. And so my first takes, I would never really do rehearsals. I would shoot right away from the start, and then I worked through the process with him. But yeah, it was pretty much with our storyboards. We were very strategic, and even in terms of like the lighting, we were very precise on what time we're shooting what scene for the right shadows. And so all those things came together where we shot a film basically exterior, most of it. And even the race sequence, we had to shoot almost backwards in reverse to get the right lighting for every single shot. And in the end, I think we landed it.
I think so. It's absolutely beautiful. You were talking about sound, because when I watched this, I was like, oh, he found a bike. That's so sweet. And they had the happy music, and then you gut punched me by taking away sound and music like that. What was composition, music, sound? What was those conversations like?
Well, for me, I started off as a sound editor, Foley artist. So my team that I used were people I started off with 20 years ago at the stage over at Paramount. And it was just, and my composer I used on a pilot I edited a long time ago. So pretty much people really read the scripts, saw my short, and really wanted to be on board with me because I'm so passionate about music, as my wife, because we also sat many times at the piano trying to figure out the sound together to help my composer make it easier for him. So in the end, between the Foley, the sound design, and the music was something that was really, really difficult, but at the same time fun. It took us probably a few months to get it to where I wanted it.
When you saw the script as a cinematographer, what made you go, done, I'm in?
I've been good friends with Damien for a bit. We actually met at a climbing gym together. It was a really interesting relationship that developed over time. But I just love the personal connection of just him and his father and how a lot of his story is based around his father's love for cycling, and it just kind of passed on to Damien. And I just thought it was a really heartwarming story. And I thought it was a nice challenge to, one, work with kids, have no dialogue. And we shot this film in, what was it? 2024, but we had it in like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
And we were shooting around the clock. It was a really great challenge, and it was just the two of us. We had no crew. It was just myself, the camera. I had the whole lighting package. It's Damien's vision with his writing, and we directed, over 10 kids, on bikes and orchestrating all of that. So it was a really great challenge.
Oh my gosh. What was the editing process like?
For me, I love editing. Been doing it since, probably over 26 years now, but it was to do my own work. I knew what I wanted, but it took a long time. I really had my other assistant editor, who I worked with on other shows, Kyle Hess. He's not here, but it was a process. I think I had my first version, and then JP saw it. He said, "Man, I feel like we should see some sort of like racing version to incorporate it to it." I didn't have it written. And I said, "You know what? I think you're right." So I went and scouted around, and I found this other cyclist I ride with, which you saw in the yellow jersey, Brandon Altbush. And we went back and I rewrote some scenes, and we shot the race sequence and intertwined it with my young boy, Basin.
Oh, that was an absolute beautiful edit.
So thanks to JP for the note, and the note was really, let's push harder.
DP's coming through.
It's coming through.
Filmmakers Award for Best Editing in Short Film for Inside Film Invasion LA. You guys won the Best Editing Award for this year.
Thank you.
So, it nailed it. And it's almost one of those fix and post stories, which really did kind of give it a new, it gave it a new story. And not just like, this is me dealing with my dad that's not here, but like the legacy that keeps going from there. We never see Mom. What was the reason before that one?
It was about him, and it was about really the mom supporting his journey, and I don't want to give you feelings what the mom was feeling, and so that's why when I even testing. When I shot the scene, I didn't even shoot the mom in the wide showing her face at all. I knew this is what I wanted to do. I wasn't gonna ever go back to showing her face, and that was why it was his story.
It's a beautiful story. Do you guys have some questions for these amazing filmmakers? 2 people made this movie, so I don't know, I got more questions. Anyone out there? Yes, in the back.
I'm going to a university in Vegas for film, and it's my second year, and going through the whole no dialogue thing. I had to write like a page and a half with no dialogue, and I found myself stumbling a lot. Like what are some things that you did to try to bring this story to life with no dialogue? Because I tried to write a page and a half, and it was really challenging. So just like that process.
I would say, for first, write from your heart. And I had this vision when I literally dreamed it, and I woke up the next morning, went to the coffee shop, and I wrote it. And I think within that, I would say color it with your feelings, color it with tangible things you can touch and feel, and then those things will actually sprout off into other things. So for me, it was definitely coloring with a lot of things I felt like were close to my heart. Was like, say, the yellow jersey, the breakfast situation, which I do love, hard-boiled eggs and grapefruit, but things I felt like I could attach myself to, I could explain it, and also tell your story, because obviously there's people that could write way better than me, but if you tell a story from your heart, you'll probably do it better than anyone else.
Okay, thank you very much.
I loved the humanity of him eating the hard-boiled eggs, but still not eating the yolks. I was like, that's very human. Other questions? I see bright lights, so if I'm missing a hand, I apologize. What is the next step for this film?
I did write a feature version. we'll see where that goes. It's like I said, there's a slow process for me. There's no rush for it. I might do another short with JP, but I do have a version where it's to me a very powerful coming of age story, and we'll just see.
That's amazing. Congratulations on winning Best Editing.
Thank you.
And congratulations on such an amazing film, Yellow Jersey. Woo!